The twin suns of Varelia hung low in the crimson sky as dust storms kicked up from the valley basin. On the far ridge, standing tall with a rifle slung across his back and a cracked canteen at his hip, Sergeant Nathan Corrin squinted toward the horizon. His pulse remained steady despite the warnings blaring in his headset. Unidentified hostile approaching. Distance: 300 meters. He had been alone on this outpost for nearly a week. Part of the Terran Alliance's border monitoring program, the isolated watchtowers ensured no unwanted traffic crossed into protected human colonies, especially from the Rithari clans. The Rithari were a warrior species. Feline, tall and sinewy, with bone-plated skin that shimmered under direct sunlight. They were as feared as they were beautiful, and ever since the last ceasefire treaty 2 years ago, they'd tested the borders more and more. Nathan's boots crunched against the dry ground as he descended the hill. He could see the approaching figure now. Not an army, not a patrol. One lone Rithari. Woman. She wore ceremonial armor that shimmered gold and obsidian, and a twin-bladed staff strapped across her back. Her sharp features were proud, golden eyes locked on him. Her stride was purposeful but slow, not a charge. A deliberate, almost hesitant walk. Nathan stopped 20 paces from her. She stopped too. There was a beat of silence, filled only by the whisper of wind and static in his earpiece. Then she spoke, her accent heavy but clear. "Human. You are Nathan Corrin." "I am." He didn't raise his weapon. "And you?" She tilted her head. "I am Kesserai of Clan Vor. I came to fight you." Nathan blinked, studying her posture. She wasn't in a stance of aggression. Her shoulders were high with tension, but her hands didn't move to her weapon. "Well, you've got me," he said, smirking dryly. "But I'll warn you. I'm really not in the mood for a duel today. It's been a long week." That seemed to surprise her. Her brow furrowed, tail flicking behind her like a curious feline's. "You mock me?" she asked. "Not really. Just being honest." Another silence stretched between them. She finally took a step forward. "My coming here breaks the treaty. I know this. My people demanded proof of dominance. I was to defeat a human warrior on his own land. Kill him. Leave his body to be found." Nathan crossed his arms. "Charming tradition. I did not expect you to look so." She hesitated. "What?" he prompted. Her eyes flicked over him. His unshaven jaw. His dirty uniform. The scar along his right temple. So unbothered. Nathan chuckled. "You expected fear. I expected anger. Or resistance. You are a soldier." "Yeah. But I'm also just a guy who's been drinking recycled water and eating ration paste for 6 days." He took a breath, his gaze softening. "You don't really want to kill me, do you?" Kesserai didn't answer. Instead, she took 2 more steps forward, now close enough that Nathan could see the faint patterns etched into her armor. Her hands still didn't touch her weapons. "You are different," she murmured. "Likewise." Then, unexpectedly, Nathan tilted his head, gaze lingering on her face. Not her weapons, not her posture. Her face. And he said it plain as day. "You are very beautiful." Kesserai froze. Completely. As if his words were a paralyzing strike. He saw it instantly. The widening of her pupils, the flicker of confusion, and beneath it, something else. Vulnerability. "No human has said such a thing to me," she whispered. Nathan frowned. "I find that hard to believe." She looked down, her voice low. "To your people we are monsters. Killers. Clawed beasts. You speak of beauty, but your kind sees only threat." "Well, I'm not most people," Nathan said simply. And I don't see a beast. I see a woman. Tired. Alone. And probably not here entirely of her own choosing. Kesarai's jaw tightened. Her composure wavered like a curtain in the wind. My sister was killed during the last human skirmish. They said it was retaliation. But she was only 17. I'm sorry, Nathan said, his voice softer now. I didn't fight in that campaign. But I know how many lines were crossed on both sides. She looked up, surprise flickering in her eyes again. You're not trying to defend your people. I'm not here to argue politics, Nathan said. Just trying to make it through my last deployment. Kesarai turned slightly, staring out at the reddish horizon. I told my people I would return with your blood. But now, I don't know what I want. Then maybe sit, Nathan offered, lowering himself onto a flat rock nearby. No one's watching. No one needs to know what happens here. Her expression shifted again. After a long moment, she approached and lowered herself cautiously beside him. The silence that followed was not tense. It was strange, warm. Two soldiers, both exhausted, both pawns in a larger game, just existing in each other's presence. Nathan passed her his canteen. She sniffed it, then took a cautious sip. Her nose wrinkled. Disgusting, she muttered, though she drank again. He laughed. Told you. Minutes passed. The sky darkened. The twin suns dipped below the cliffs, and the air cooled rapidly. Nathan took a breath. What happens now? Kesarai looked at him. I do not know, she said. I was trained for war. I was told you were cruel, merciless, and yet you offer me water. Ines, you compliment me. Nathan looked at her seriously now. I meant what I said. You are beautiful, but not just physically. It's the way you carry your pain. The way you didn't draw your weapon even when you had the chance. That strength, it's rare. Kesarai inhaled deeply, as if steadying herself. I do not wish to kill you. Then don't. But if I return without proof of victory, I'll be exiled. Branded coward. Nathan thought for a moment. Then let's give them something to chew on. The next morning, a calm beacon lit up the border outpost. A drone transmitted a message to the Rithari side. A simple visual. Nathan's bloodied uniform draped over a stone. A cracked helmet beside it. Blaster scorch marks on the ground. The implication he had died. Kesarai had returned victorious. In truth, Nathan stood behind the ridge, watching as the drone lifted into the sky. Kesarai, now unarmored, stood beside him in a cloak of blended leathers. They'll believe it, he asked. She nodded. For now. It will buy me freedom. I will be dead to them but alive. I can go where I please. And where will you go? She turned to him, face unreadable. With you. Nathan blinked. That's a big choice. I have no clan. No name. Only this strange human who sees beauty in his enemies. Her voice dropped. If you'll have me. He nodded slowly, offering his hand. You're not an enemy anymore. She looked at it, then took it, her clawed fingers threading between his. 2 years later, on a different world, beneath blue skies and gentle winds, a small child with soft golden eyes ran through a meadow. Behind her, 2 figures watched. Nathan, older, lines of worry eased from his face, smiled as the little girl laughed. Beside him stood Kesarai, not the warrior of old but still proud, still fierce. Her eyes softer now but just as radiant. We made it, Nathan whispered. She nodded. Yes. And I still remember. Remember what? She turned to him, and her lips curved into a rare, genuine smile. The day you said I was beautiful.